So it's Matt here from Fantha Tracks, and I'm here with Steve Blum at MCM Comic Con, the voice of Garazeb Orrelios. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, Carabest.
So, how you found the MCM show in Birmingham?
It's great. It's really great. The last time I was in Birmingham, I was here for a Transformers convention, and I got the call that I had just booked Rebels at that time.
Oh, that long ago?
Went out to a private studio and recorded the short while I was here. That was my last experience at Birmingham, so to come back here is an amazing full circle.
Awesome.
Now that the show's been out for a while and people have had a chance to digest
Your record of work you have done in voice acting is quite obscenely crazy, isn't it?
It's the only thing I know how to do. So.
Silly voices.
Fortunately, it's worked out, yeah. Yeah,
Every kid does silly voices. You made it a job.
Yeah, I spit and fart into a microphone and I get paid for it. It's fantastic. It's not that easy, people. It's not that easy.
So how's the fan response been to Zeb's fan response? Is it just growing now?
It's been shockingly good. I didn't know how people would receive Zeb.
Yeah.
And initially, because he was just the muscle, I didn't know if there was going to be enough character development. I didn't understand what they had in mind for him until we got through the series.
Yeah.
And I think just the storytelling alone has really captivated the audience. It's amazing the evolution that these characters were able to go through in the context of the show.
Yeah.
And people have related on a very deep level.
But a lot of kids' TV shows and a lot of animated shows like that, or even live action or anything, it's normally the progression of one character.
Yeah.
But in Rebels, it was all of you.
It was the
you
whole
all
family.
got. I mean, it started off being a lot of Kanan and Ezra and stuff, but then as you went along, you all got your own story arcs and progressions.
Everybody got their own moment. Yeah, and how we interacted with one another too. So it was we grew as a family, and personally we grew as a family too. I mean, Ezra really is very much like Taylor is to me in real life. He's my little brother now.
Yeah.
We still stay in touch with one another. We have dinner together whenever we can. We're gutted that Vanessa couldn't be here at this one.
Well, she reposted our piece about it on Instagram. She's like retweeted us, regrammed us,
Oh, good, yeah.
and said really sorry she couldn't make it.
Yeah,
sounded like she was gutted.
She was gutted. She had a car accident, so
complete out of her hands.
Her doctor wouldn't let her fly. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but she'll make it up to you.
She'll come back out.
She'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you working on at the moment?
I'd have to kill you if I told you.
Okay. What have you worked on that's come out recently then?
Fairly recently, Shazam. I started doing a lot more theatrical things.
Nice.
Coming in, I did the creature voices for Shazam,
those big monsters.
The 7 Deadly Sins. I'm 2 of the 7 Deadly Sins, and so I'm the first one that shows up.
Awesome.
Got that big kind of creature.
Lots of water at the recording booth there.
Yeah. And lots of video games. Still doing Toonami in the States.
Nice.
Every Saturday night, only Toonami.
Yeah.
And still working on Boruto, the Naruto sequel. And,
yes.
And lots of other things I can't talk about.
Is that where you first met Dave then? Doing Naruto?
I met Dave. No, I met Dave. I think I met him for the first time on Rebels.
Oh, really?
It was in the audition process at Disney. I was there for the callbacks, and first met Dave there, and he ran me through the paces, trying to figure out the dialect that we were going to use for Zeb. But really got to know him once we started working all together back at the studio in Los Angeles.
So the way you worked on Rebels, is that different to how you do most other animation stuff? Is that because it's collaborative and you're all in the room together?
Yes, I mean, up until the last few years, that's the way we did all the shows. It was always collaborative like that. But the thing that really made Rebels different was that Dave would come into the room with us, and we would sometimes be booked for a 4-hour session, and an hour to an hour and a half of that was Dave giving us information on his take about balance of the Force and how it all integrates, and
all the stuff he learned from George then.
All the stuff he learned from George, and his deep devotion to the craft of making this the way it's supposed to be made. Every single detail was planned out and thought about and hashed out in a writer's room months in advance of us walking into that room. So Dave wanted to make sure that he conveyed everyone's thoughts. It wasn't just his, it was everyone's thoughts collectively.
The whole team put it in together.
And the whole team was there behind the glass as he was telling us all this stuff. We agonized for over an hour on how to pronounce the word Meluran, the fruit that we're introducing into the Star Wars
just on the fruit
universe, just because it's part of canon now. And, and he wanted to make sure that we got it right.
So the story group there as well sometimes.
Yeah, there were people from the story group there. There were artists
Matt
that
and
would come
stuff
through.
Turned up and
Sam Witwer would come by from time to time just to hang out or to give his input on how we should voice something. It was an amazingly collaborative effort, and I've never felt that much a part of a show in that process of it. Dave invited us up to Lucasfilm walked us around and introduced us to everybody who worked on the show behind the scenes.
Very different now. You ever
never get to do that.
No.
Yeah, we got to stay at Skywalker Ranch. I mean,
bit of a mecca, isn't it?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All of our fanboy and fangirl dreams were coming true there. We would scream outward and inward, walking through those halls. It's just been an amazing
So now
process.
the show is on Disney Plus. Are you looking forward to more fans learning about the whole gang?
Yeah, I really am, because I feel like a lot of people weren't able to see it in its other forms. So hopefully at Disney Plus, it'll open it up to a whole new audience worldwide.
And are you looking forward to the final member of the Ghost Crew getting their own Black Series figure, allegedly?
Yes.
Allegedly.
Yes. I have my dollars set aside.
Yeah.
My house is a shrine to all of that stuff.
All the Zeb stuff. All the fans can look forward to that figure, allegedly, when Hasbro announce it. Allegedly. What would your message to Hasbro be? As Zeb, what would Zeb say to Hasbro?
Make me pretty, please. Pretty, please. Make me pretty, please.
Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you for having me.